more than you ever know, more than you know. When I wasn't making much money, you know where my paycheck went. Stop right there before I get in trouble with playing this song. Stop right there. So bless up and big up yourself today on this wonderful Sunday, another given day, you know, a day of life, a day to live, and another day to walk in your path of greatness. I started out wanting to do something about, speaking of greatness, something about the fight last night. Then, as I was creating the thumbnail, I said, I don't want to talk about that. Then I said, okay, what can I do? And as I went on, I said, let's talk about a subject matter you don't hear a lot about, and that is fatherhood. Excuse me a second. Hold on, Donnie. Hold on. Donnie Hathaway playing all through the house tonight. Yeah, playing all through the house this morning. So I said, let me discuss fatherhood or put it out there as a discussion and see what comes of it. Because the truth is, I can sit up here and talk about it, and I'm cool with it. You know, I have four children. You know, one, two, three, four children, and my wife Camille. Nah, I don't have a wife Camille. But I do have four children, one girl and three boys. Right? And let me tell you, raising a girl who's now a grown woman, and then raising these three boys. Ooh, let me tell you what, different approaches all the way around, baby. Different approaches all the way around. See, little girls challenge you with their mouth and their attitude. They challenge you like that, mouth and attitude. And then if everything is not tight in the house, then they know they could run to the mama all the time and said, well, he said I can't do that. He said I can't do this. And instead of just saying, he's your father, I agree with him, and then coming to discuss it with me after she dealt with the child, she'll that wife will sit down and talk to the wife and mother will sit down and talk to the little girl. All the while, that child's feeling empowered now, knowing that she gonna get her way. She gonna get her damn way because mom gave her a few minutes or even 30 seconds to be heard. That's all she needs, baby. That's all she needs. Whereas boys, as they get older, they're like certain dogs. They're gonna challenge you physically. You're gonna have to put your hand down their throat. I don't advise that. Put your hand down their throat, grab their tongue and all that. Don't really advise that. In some cases, you just have to tighten the leash. Tighten that leash up right up under their throat. Lift them up a little bit and say, hey, 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 I feed you. You don't feed me. That's why you call me master. But as a father, you're not a master. But my big thing in my house, there's a reason why God put me first. There's a reason why I have the title as father and you as son. So please understand that and don't think you can go any further than that. You're gonna lose all the time. I don't care how big you are, I don't care how tall you are, you're gonna lose 10 out of 10 times. And even if you win physically, where are you gonna live? You gonna go back to mommy house? Good luck. So it's just been a challenge. It's been a challenge And as you can see by the pictures, all my children are beautiful, man. They could all model if they want to. 6'1", 6'2", 6'4", 6'6". Gave birth to some giants, man. You know, they all beautiful. They could all model. Most people say that about their kids, but the proof is right there on the thumbnail. Take a look. I say all the time that and the ugly people in my family. There's only one fool that questions me about that. Only one. And I sit back and you really see question me, man. And, call them fools subject based on how I look. Stupid. If you look like you, okay. Yeah, well, I got that. Okay. So yeah, you know, if my kids weren't as beautiful as I say that they were, then I would say in my eyes they're the most beautiful things in the world. But the facts are the facts, they're beautiful, you know. And everybody has character flaws. Their father has character flaws. I sit back in amazement and I watch them sometimes. Like I could point out things in them that I see that represent me. My daughter with her stick to itness. People say that's stubborn. Nah, that's determination. She went to nursing school on her own. She's a registered nurse now and a single mom. She did that on her own. You know, she took me and her mom to help her rent this prom dress, and I'm like, there's no back on this dress. I'm not putting down no money on this damn dress. She's like, but you promised. I said, I promised I would help you get a prom dress, not an ass out dress. She was mad. She's like, and her mother, of course, was like, get the girl the prom dress. She only gonna wear it once, and I'll make sure she puts on a jacket or something over it. That jacket ain't gonna stay on. You see, she's 6'1", so she overly developed, just like her mama's side of the family and all that. I'm like, not having it. I said, this is nice dress. It's cool. It's, you know. She's like, yeah, it's cool, but it's not what I want. And they went through a bunch of dresses. She ain't like none of them. She liked the ass out dress. So I said, okay, look, I didn't drive with you and your mama, but I am driving about this mall now. Have a good day. I left. And sure enough, her mama came home with that dress and pissed me off. She came to my job wearing that dress. I used to work Royal Farms on a graveyard shift. And she came, she like, after the prom and everything, and she's like, how does it look? I'm like, you went in and got it even though I told you not to? Ma, it was Ma. She gave me half the money. No, okay. That's another battle that fathers have to fight with the mothers sometimes. Wives, mothers, you got to fight that battle too when you should be on the same accord, same page. But it's pretty pictures, but I, you know, it was too much for me personally. The dress was too much for me. There's a lot of freaky, nasty people out here, and I didn't, you know. So she came to my shop. She said, "You got any chicken? You got any money? This dress don't have any pockets." I know. Dress ain't got no back neither. But nah, she knew what time to come to the job and get the chicken for free and all that. So I just gave it to her. I never charged her for anything. That's my baby. Now her brother's different story, you know. Ah, different story. The oldest son, he's he thinks it's the fact that he's compassionate and sentimental is a weakness. That's not a weakness, that's a strength. A strength that a lot of humans lack today. They lack compassion. They lack the ability to, just to say, I love you, or just say, can I help you? He's a compassionate dude, but he feels he got to be hard all the time. And all those pictures, he make a face. And his auntie telling him, "You're such a handsome boy. Why do you make that face? You look like the devil." And he'll make the face. I can't stand it. He looks just like his grandfather, spitting image of his granddaddy. Yeah, but then there's the one that comes next, the third child. He's a tough guy. Been through some things that he put himself in. Nobody put him through those things. He put himself in position to be where he is. He will fight. I'll give him that much. But he must learn that, you can't when to walk away and when to grow. Because it takes a whole lot of growth to walk away from something than it does to stick and go to war. You know, it doesn't work that way. War don't ever give you anything. War is just old men scheming and young men dying. That's all war is. And at the end of the day, can anybody tell me whatever comes out of war? Go ahead, name me what comes out of war. Blood. And they'll say, well, this war was fought so this could happen. This war was fought for that. No. In all reality, most wars were fought over territory. That is it. Somebody wants the territory, you have it, or you believe that it's yours. Let's go to war, baby. Let's go to war. No, and then the last one, Mama's little plaything, little boy, Mama's little boy, always catering to him and nurturing to him. Like, he don't have two arms and two legs and two eyes. The boy's 6'2", and he got me. I mean, he's 17 years old, going on 18 next year. What he is either his girlfriend or his mom that help him out all the time. I said, I didn't raise you like that. I didn't raise you. By the time you hit this age, you should be able to cook, clean, and take care of yourself. Why are you letting these women keep you? Now your mom is your mom, but at some point you have to have the compassion to say, "Mom, I can do this on my own." He's not like that. The girlfriend, she'll come pick him up from work every night, so he don't walk around with no money. I warned him about that. Don't leave this house without no money. Don't do it. I was taught about that coming up. Don't leave the house with no money, and don't become a puppet or property to anyone. That's something that he needs to learn. Don't run for help when everything you need to help you lives within you. So don't keep running for help. You always talk about daddy. You just don't understand. You older. I go to work. I go to school. I'm tired. I just bust out laughing in his face. I said, my man, I went to work. I went to school, and I ran in the morning, and I trained in the afternoon. So what you telling me? What you telling me, bro? Nothing. It's not like I drove either. I'll be on that bus, baby. Buses, plural. Then I had to walk. You understand? Sometimes I would miss the school bus. I had to take that 3 mile walk. In my case, I would jog back then. You know, brother was in shape. I was body beautiful back then in high school. So, fatherhood in the 21st century, man. To me, what that is, conshonery. Hey, what's up, brother? What's up, brother? What that is it's love, and at times it can be war, and it comes a point where you're a nurturing individual. So you have to stand, and nurturing doesn't always mean, oh, let me help you with this wound. Let me hold your hand through the rough times. No, nurturing sometimes is get up off your ass. You fell. You fell. Now get the hell up and get back to work because you come from you come from a strong people. So don't lay there and do nothing. Get up. And the flip side to that is nurturing tells you, I understand your loss and I love you. You take the time you need to heal, and I'll always be there for you. But understand something. While you standing still, life is moving on. Got me? I'll still be here to help you. But life, excuse me, y'all, is moving on. And that's just a fact of it. I came up a certain way. I was a child too. I was a child and I came up a certain way. My grandmother took me to the laundry when I was 9 years old. She's like, why? This is what you do. You separate this, that, and this and that. And I had to learn. I messed up a whole lot. Understand me? Grandmother told me if you lose your house key again, you sleeping on the fire escape. Where you think I slept that night? On the fire escape. Me and the squirrels. But yeah. So I bet you I never lost my key again, baby. Where's your key? Right here. Back pocket. In my back pocket. That's right. You know, this fatherhood thing is no joke. I'm taking it close down as this so-called African American man in America. Sometimes people see me, well, they have seen me when I was with my children when they were younger, and they would look at me in awe, like, wow, you raising you. I just want to say I'm so proud of you for raising your children. Like, in the back of my mind, in my mind, I'm literally slapping the taste out their mouth because that's not a compliment. That's an insult. You're Asian man, okay? How about the Jew right there? You're okay? Something to do. He said, "This is your blessing and your burden. Go do it." You know, get on the bus with three of them. One's in a stroller, no, two in the stroller, and I'm carrying one in my hand. And the bus crowded like hell. Get on the bus with the crazy man with the Rambo knife and the tree branch. Get on the bus. And your kid's hungry, you ain't got no money. You just holding your head down and you just, baby, we almost home. I'm gonna cook something when we get home. Old lady touched my hand and said, "Here, baby, slip me $10, $20." And there's another lady that reached over my shoulder and she's like, "I ain't got no money, but I got these coupons and they were for McDonald's or whatever, you know." So in that instance, right down the street from the house was a McDonald's. I got on, used the coupons, and we chilled at McDonald's. Mm, I'll always remember those days, man. Rough. It was very rough. And then I went to disciplining my son one time in the supermarket, and this lady's like, "Well, that's child abuse." And I was like, "Really?" Yeah. The fact that I got you in a headlock in my mind, is that abuse? Woman, get away from me. So she wouldn't call management and said, "Well, he slapped his son." And the manager came and was like, "Are these your children?" I'm like, "Nah, I just kidnapped all three of them." And she's like, "Well, sir, you don't have to be that way." Well, yes, the hell I do. I kidnapped all three of these black children, and I've been raising them ever since. She said that you slapped them. Okay, who's she and who am I? Well, see, sir, we can't have that in our store. Why not? So you want me to not discipline my child, and when he gets older, he steals from you, and you turn right around and you tell me I'm a bad father, right? No, sir, that's not what you. So what do you want? What do you want? It's either I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. So what do you want? He walked away mad. And the Karen woman was, they didn't call them Karens back then. They had another name. Uh, it don't bear repeating. She just looked at me. I need to call the police. I said, go ahead. I'll be here for a while. Just to let you know, I'm going over here where the chicken is. Yep, black people and chicken. I'll be over there. Sure enough, this heifer called the police. Told them I was abusing my children. Police come up to me and says, sir, are these your children? I just, I sat down on the floor. I sat down on the floor holding my baby son, one of them. I just started laughing. And he was like, sir, are you okay? Uh, I was like, look, man, I just had the same conversation, with the white man that's the manager of the store. These kids are as in much danger from me as you are in danger from me, man. Ain't nothing going on here, man. I'm just being a father, and it's been a rough day. Please, do not shoot me 54 times in front of my sons. That didn't go over too well, y'all, so I wouldn't advise anybody else to try that. What's up, Major Key? Do not make that joke with police anywhere. That 54 times shooting people, that didn't go over well at all. It's like, sir. So, I was laughing and my head was hurting. And I'm like, look, the boy was acting up. I slapped him, end the discussion. Nothing came out of it. Where is he now? He was 10 then, 10 years old. And I said to him, do you want to go live with a bunch of strangers? No. He said, no, I want to stay with you. I don't want to live with no bunch of strangers. Tell him what you did. Well, I wanted this, and that cereal. He said we can't afford it, and that's it. He kept going, and I put the cereal in the shopping cart anyway. He told me to put it back, and I didn't, and then and I got mad at him. And what did he do? And tell me what your father did next. He slapped me, and, and what did you do? Put the cereal back. See how that works? You put the cereal back. I said, okay, Daddy, but look, I started laughing, man. I started laughing so hard. That boy was so direct with them. He didn't have any fear of the police or the Karen lady. He was just so direct. I started laughing and lost my breath because of my heart. And he was like, "So are you okay?" And my son, the two oldest, was like, "No, he got a heart problem, and if he laughed too hard, he could die." I'm like, "I'm not dying from laughing. Y'all shut up." I don't know where them two fools get that from. 9 and 10 years old told the police I could die if I laughed too hard. So uh, the police looked at me. He said, "Is any of this true?" So I told him, "You have to come down here, man. I'm too damn tired to get up off this floor. Just tap me right here on the left side." Funny enough, the police officer was cool. He did it. He's like, "You got a pacemaker?" No, I don't. I don't have a pacemaker. I have a defibrillator. And you have a heart problem and you raising these boys by yourself? At that point, I was divorced. I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Well, God bless you." And he rolled out. And then the Karen was like, "Aren't you going to arrest them?" He said, "For what? Did you hear his sons talk? Do they sound like they're afraid of him? They sound like they're in danger?" I tell you what you should do, lady, honestly, this is what he said word for word. What you should do, lady, is go mind your effing business. There's nothing going on over here. That's the police now. That's not Troy Graham. That's what he said to her. You should go mind your effing business. This man's just being a father. It might not be to your liking, but those lines, it's not your children. You have any children? Yeah. And where are they? They all live with their father. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Yeah, she left me the hell alone. Me and my kids laughed at her. Yeah, just laughed. Oh my God, them boys back there was something to deal with, man. There was something to deal with, you know. So that's my story, my supermarket Karen story about being a father and all that. Now their sister, on the other hand, when she was coming up, oh man, oh boy, she was a little different. Mouthy, just mouthy, and she would not be moved. If she felt she was right, she ain't moving. She's not moving. You know, like I no, I feel like I'm right. Where you get all that from? And she overheard me saying this to my own mother. She said, I didn't make myself. I turned around. I'm like, where you hear that from? You said it to Nana. I said, you stop repeating everything I say. You're gonna get yourself in some trouble. So although there ain't no joke sometimes, man, but it's listen to me. If you don't do it, you'll never have any testimonies to talk about. You'll never go through the trials and tribulations. You'll never want to hang them off a balcony and then love them at the same time. You know, rough. It's like that. I love you, but man, if I could just kick you off this balcony and see if you bounce, I tell you, boy, I'd do it. I would do it. Don't move. Why? You know, the 6 o'clock bus coming. Just stand right in that street. I just want to see something. Can't do that. Hey, listen to me. Don't do any of that. Just don't be stupid like me. Don't be stupid. Yeah, what's up, Magic Keys, Khan Shanri, man? I just felt like talking, uh, talking about fatherhood. Just because you don't hear too much about that. I know you got children. Hey, Khan Shanri, you have any children? I know you never come up on the panel, but you have any children? Man, type in here at any time. Anytime. I'm gonna call this girl here, see if she wanna come on the live. Uh, you still have them Crocs? Oh, hello. Hey, what's up? How you- Let me. Hey. Let me talk to your mama. Uncle Troy. Yes, yes, Asia. You still got the Crocs? Don't be free. The what? You still got the Crocs? If you get them Crocs. Yeah, I have Crocs and I wear them. Yeah, I wear them. What's up? Did I say no to that? Yeah. I still got them, but they too big for you. They size 11 in men. I gave them because they too big. No. You didn't give these to me. They came from home. I stick them in there with I never got that. Oh. You know, Okay. I mean, what are you going to talk about, Troy? I just told you what I was talking about. No, what are your topics? Just don't be catching me off guard. I'm a freewheeler, so fatherhood is fatherhood. I just told you it's one big subject matter. Fatherhood. I don't have fatherhood and this part of father. No, it's just fatherhood. You know, you could talk about your experience. I got Bert here too. She could hop on it too. All right. Well, hold on. I'm gonna send the link to your phone. Yeah. Troy is on live. He said about fatherhood, so he wants us to join in. So, Bert, you gonna be on there and introduce yourself too? Oh no, you ain't put me like no. It's just your voice. It's not gonna be your picture. That's what happens when you do things live. That is what happens. Hold on now. How do I go about doing this? Let me go back here. Yes, Major Key, I'm talking to myself self again about how to do this. Don't be laughing at me like I'm some old man. That's bad my hair, boy. I want to laugh at somebody. All right. Okay, okay. Check your inbox and the link is in there. All right. And take off your Bluetooth and all that. All right. So back to where I was now. So hopefully she'll be able to get on and she can tell you her side of the story coming up as a child with me for a father and go from there. My other one is upstairs. The youngest one is upstairs. He don't know if I'm dead or alive. No, he's not. He went to work. Sorry, my mistake. That boy went to work. I'm getting a little old. Oh wow. Okay. And the other one, he's not here. He's over his mama house. Both of them over their mama house. The two oldest boys. They bounce between. One of them bounced between the girlfriend house and the mama house because he has a daughter with the girlfriend. So I'm not gonna try to reach him at all. None at all. You know. But I got the oldest one coming on. She'll pop up soon enough. That's the thing about doing lives. You never know what could happen. And if you notice, she called me by my first name because she's not my birth daughter. I raised her since she was 3. I had to step away for a moment, but I'm back now. I'm back. I don't know what's taking so long for her to get on the link, but we'll see what happens. I don't know if she wants to be on camera. If she don't want to be on camera, I have no idea. But we shall see. You know? You're probably wondering why don't she do more lives? Because I'm not really up to it all the time. But I have a bunch of topics in my head that I could do. They don't always pertain to boxing because I'm really not that interested in the damn thing too much anymore. Certain fights, yes, but overall, my love for the overall sport is not like it used to be. Because there's really nothing to love that much no more. Not this current state of boxing, at least. But yeah, so we'll see if she jumps on in, and then the conversation will get a little bit more interesting because I have somebody to bounce things off of. And if I sound bad, it's because I'm in the kitchen. I'm moving around now. So hold on a second. All right, I'm back. I got to go listen to how I sound on the phone. Make sure I don't sound like I'm in the Matrix or anything. And then go from there. But I wish I get some more fathers on here, man, to have a discussion for real. I want to bounce the ideas off other fathers, you know, fatherhood in the 21st century. Just let's talk. I used to have a page on Facebook called Daddy's Lounge. I used to write about being a father, right? And it was stretched. I mean, I was getting responses from fathers in Africa, India, Indianapolis, different ethnicities, just all over the world, even as far as France. Yeah, I was all over the place. And then I got hacked and I lost everything. Talk about heartbreaking, man. That was heartbreaking because I can't ever get that writing back. Matter of fact, D.L. Hughley, I called the show once and lucky enough I got through. And he checked it out and talked about it on the D.L. Hughley show. Millions and millions of people heard. And that's how the show started to grow. He was like, "Do you do all that writing on there?" Because I would write poems, I would write these long, what do you call them? Motivational speeches. And then he's like, "Who does all that writing?" I said, "Me." He said, "You write everything on there." I said, "Yes, sir. I write everything on there." And he said, "Wow, man, you have a lot to say about fatherhood." No, he said, "You have a lot to say about black fatherhood." I said, "No, I have a lot to say about fatherhood. Fatherhood ain't got no color. Don't have no color whatsoever." So, ugh, let me make sure she's still coming. And we go from there. I'm gonna text her this time. I don't want to put her on the air when she might be coming through. But yeah, man. Fatherhood in the 21st century. It ain't an easy thing being a man nowadays, much less being a father. Because I could tell you there've been some rough patches, damn the patches, rough years, plural. We start to question what the hell happened, you know? Why did all this happen? And then one day you wake up and you realize that you're emotionally hurt. What? She doesn't know how to log in. Nah, just hit the link. Just hit the link. It just should. Anyway, something with the what is this? Don't know my login. I don't know. All I do is hit the link. But like I was saying, sometimes, man, your kids ride a wave of just pure negativity, man. Something takes over this. Something takes over their soul at a certain age, and they want to try to run you over. Like they the locomotive, and you the damsel in distress that's tied up on the tracks, and they run you over. But but you don't die because you're Lazarus. You just keep coming back, 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 and you save them from themselves. Till eventually all them years pass and you love them, but you don't like them because you have to carry a lot of weight for them. You have to go through some things for them, and that pain still lingers. But if it comes down to it, you jump in front of a bullet for them, rightfully so. But you can go a month or two with them not coming over your house. They can call me on the phone. You know, and go from there. But the one thing I'm seeing now with children is that when they get older, they get a much better understanding of what the hell you're talking about. Much better understanding of what the hell you're talking about. And life becomes a better place for them. But you already been through it. And it ain't nothing nice, and life becomes a better place for them. Yeah, it ain't nothing nice. It ain't nothing nice. Yeah, yeah. But they have an understanding of, hey, so this is what you've been trying to tell me all these years. This is what you've been trying to sink in my head. Yes, genius. This is what I've been trying to sink in your damn head all these years. Yes, this. You wouldn't have to go through all them years of all them scars emotionally and some physically. You wouldn't have to go through this. You wouldn't have to go through that. All you had to do was understand that for every pain that I carried when I was young, it's so that you wouldn't have to carry it. You understand me? Every single time that I got hurt and my emotions were hurt, and I was beat down and left to die somewhere, you'll never have to go through that ever. For every tear I shed, you won't have to cry. You get to laugh because your daddy carried that weight for you. But now, what you've done, you washed away all that love. You said, I'm going to create more weight. But wait a second. Daddy can't carry it. It's going to be on you now. It's going to be on you. Well, what affects you affects the household. You know, they don't get it. Perfect example. The oldest one, she when we got the house, she wanted to move downstairs. I said, "Cool, you can." She said, "No, with my boyfriend, I pay rent." I'm like, "No, let me stop you right there. No, not happening." So she got mad at me. You always been this way. You so tough, like you don't trust me. It ain't about me not trusting you. It's just that you weren't raised that way. You know, you were not raised that way. So stop asking for me at least, to handle you how you weren't raised. And she just didn't get it. She didn't get it. Years later, when she got her own place finally, she was living with a roommate, and she called me about the blue, and she was like, "Hello," I'm like, "What's up?" So she's like, "I understand now. I understand now, man. I understand now." I said, "Oh, do you? You understand now, do you?" She didn't say nothing else. She kept saying, "I understand what you were trying to teach me all them years." I said, "Well, hallelujah. Sure." But she understood as moderator. Okay, well, you got it, mate. Hey, I figured it out, Major Key. I think you got a wrench now. Well, you're a moderator. I guess it's the same thing, right? I don't know what the heck that is, but it says add moderator, so you a moderator, baby. There you go. She called me up out the blue. She was like just reading it down. She don't do this, she don't do that. Da, 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 da. She drop her drawers all over the house. Da, 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 da. I'm like, really? Sound familiar? Oh my God. She was just, ooh. I said, I understand. I understand. And that's how it went down. And then when she got older, she clearly understood and she never lived with anybody again. It was just her and her sons. That's it. She just can't, unless she get married again, she's not. Unless she get married, period. She's not going to live with anyone. She understands. And I told her that. And I said, don't have no more children either. Two is enough. She's a single mom. And they're the perfect ages apart. So at least you have a helper. You have an oldest and you have a helper. So you good. You don't need a third one. Right? So We'll see what happens. I know I need a haircut, which I'm gonna knock that out tomorrow. Let's see if I come on camera tomorrow for a little bit when we talk to Hakeem Rockmar Jr. again. This fight is coming up very. I think his fight comes up next weekend. Yeah, against Cody Morrison, who's the son of Tommy Morrison. Tommy Morrison. If I was a seam, I would come into the ring with Ray Mercer Jr. Jr. I have that video playing too. Have Ray Mercer carrying one of my belts. Well, he don't have a belt, but just he can borrow one of his father belts and walk in the ring. Yeah, but yeah, if she don't come on in a few minutes, I might have to go and bounce and go lay down. That's what happens with me. I start winding down. We shall see. We shall see. This is why I don't do a lot of lives, y'all. Because my energy is only so good for so long. Like I could go longer now. Hey, I was about to see. I go longer. And that's what I'm gonna do. Honestly, I'm gonna do a late show. Call it call it the experience after dark. We talk about some real grown stuff. I was on one show and they were talking about being in a relationship and all they did was talk about have your butt ate out and this and that and that and this and that and having unprotected sex. I'm like, well, that's what you do? Because that's not what I do. I'm not putting my tongue where nobody's feces come from. You understand me? You call me old man, blam blam, bling bling, whatever. Don't give two rats ass about it. I'm not doing that. But I want to have a real conversation, a real one with a bunch of adults, 40 and up. You're 35 years old. Stay the hell away from this conversation because you all are still tweening between late 20s and all that. This is for grown people. I say grown. So yeah, so that'll be good, man. The experience after dark. I like that. I start late for me is 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock is cool. 10 o'clock. I start at 10 and go from there. Have a little Teddy playing in the background. Turn them off. Turn them off. You know, Miss demanding ass. Turn off them lights, girl. It's time. I think a lot of times as middle-aged people, we hear enough times from these other little young fools that we old. And they, we only playing. I'm like, really? I've already done. I've outlived you already. Let's see if you can do the same thing. Let's see if you can do the same thing. Let's see how far you get. You're in your 30s now, but 10, 15 years from now, we'll see what you look like, you know? And then they throw the word around old, which is like some kind of weapon. I had to tell people I'm not old until I die. Because that's what my grandmother used to tell me, and she lived to be 94. Her brother 98. Her younger sister lived to be 95. That's my auntie. My uncle lived to be 98. And my oldest auntie over there lived to be 103. Can you imagine that? 103? Cussing somebody. Cussing somebody, boy. But hold on, y'all. Let me see what's going on here. Because I'm definitely going to shut this down in about 9 minutes. Good generic stock here. Oh, you looked at the pictures. Yo, I don't know if you heard me ask you if you had any children, sir. Yeah, everybody looks alike. I'm just the darkest of the bunch, rightfully so. So I'm the pure one, pure breed, as they say. Yeah, yeah, Mr. Khan Shiner, you have children? Good genetic. I said, I said generic. That tells you I'm getting tired. I heard you, man. I had my Mike Tyson moment. Remember? Remember that song he was with? He did a song with Cannabis and oh my God, the boy used to sing with Lauryn Hill. Uh oh my God. See now I have one son. All good. Teenager? Oh my God. Hold on, man. Cannabis featuring Mike Tyson. Showing results for Cannabis featuring Mike Tyson. Yeah, Cannabis. And Mike Tyson is speaking with the Cannabis man over here. Your Cannabis, your main objective out here is to do nothing but eat damn seeds for lunch. Brad, hey man, let them play. Yeah, see. Life, man. You know, Lauryn Hill's group. Showing results for Lauryn Hill's group. Fuji's, okay. See, you know what I'm talking about. Lord, why don't I remember nothing? But anyway, what's the boy name? 28 years old. Okay, okay, right in the middle. My oldest is 32, going on 33, and then 21, 20, and 17. Yeah, man. One, one. That's a good thing. Members of the Fugees. Lauryn Hill, Pras, Wyclef Jean. Wyclef. They did a song, and the man's name is Cannabis, not Cannibal. Cannabis. So Mike Tyson was like, "Yeah, man. Yeah, man. No, you supposed to be out here eating. He got the two confused, but he definitely knows what cannabis is. Cannabis is right now. I tell you that much. He knows what cannabis is right now. You know, you heard me. He knows what it is. So yeah, niceness, man. Oh man. Well, thanks for the compliment there, Con Chandri. Thank you for the compliment. Yeah. I wanted Major Key to jump on here, but I don't know if he's still here or not. He might be working. Yeah, because I know I got four, he has nine, and you have one. So yeah, we got ourselves a little team over here. So yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna see what's up. Mike has masters in cannabis. Yeah. Stay with me now. I'm making a phone call live on air. It's all the stuff they tell you that you shouldn't do on lives. I'm doing it anyway. I'm breaking the rules, baby. Breaking the rules. Just press the link. Hello. What's up? Yeah. Something wrong? I just told you I don't know my login for my Facebook. I don't know the I don't remember the password. Okay, it's asking you for a Facebook pass. Yeah. You can't bypass that at all, huh? No, I just told you send it to Kiesha. Oh, matter of fact, hold up. Can I send it to her? Yeah, you can. Just share it in the inbox like I did with you. Just hit share and then find her name. All right, I gotta jump back on this live and all that. Yeah, it's just oh man. Said that she needs a Facebook login, and she got about. I'll wait 10 more minutes, and then I am gone. Oh, you know, fish got to be the fish. You know, old man got to be the old man. as they say. Fish gotta be the fish, old man gotta be the old man. What the hell that means? That means I'm gonna go chill out. That's what that means. Fish gotta be the fish, old man gotta be the old man. So I'm gonna go and chill the hell out and call it a day. Yes, indeed I am. Hey, Con Shonery, I got some soup I made up last night, some vegetable soup, but I want to put some healthy rice in there, man. You don't need restaurant. What about some uh uh uh? Name me a spot that sells some healthy rice or whatever. Yeah, I know Chipotle sells brown rice. You know somewhere that sells anything like rice and beans that's healthy that I can order and put in my soup? Because I don't have any rice and I don't have any beans, but I don't have any wild rice. Oh, okay, name me a restaurant where I could order some wild rice right now for the soup. Because I got the soup with a bunch of vegetables, but I want to add some wild rice in there with some couscous. But I don't know anybody that sells couscous. Nor do I know any places that sell wild rice. Does 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 Outback Steakhouse sell rice any? I got an Outhouse Steakhouse next to me. Bunch of Chinese food places. There's Jamaican spots, but they close on Sunday. Everything else is pizza. And the seafood spot, sub spot. Everything else is Asian places. Where do you live? I live in Baltimore, man. Okay, you're in Canada. Yeah. For some reason, I thought you was over here. I thought you were over here. Wow, I get so many of y'all like boxing lounges from the UK. You from Canada? Oh, okay. Yeah. How big is Drake in Canada? How big is he? Like how big of a star is he over there? Is he like the Beatles or he like the Jacksons all rolled into one? What's his status? Oh. Hello? Hello. Okay. I must have butt dialed my nephew. If I could take the heat. Slow down. Okay, well Kiesia here. That's my niece. What's up, Kiesia?
Hey, Uncle Troy.
Hey, hey, hey. Where your cousin?
She right here with me.
Okay, good. Yeah. Say hi.
Hi.
And the name of the show is the Troy Graham Experience. And I woke up this morning and I said, well, I wanted to talk some boxing, and then I said I want to talk about fatherhood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you got a nose ring.
What that, what that got to do with anything?
Nothing. So tell me, man, because you came up with me, you're 21. What
Mm-hmm.
type of father was I when, looking from the outside in, what kind of uncle, okay, what kind of uncle was I? That's even better. You could tell me what kind of uncle I was, because I've been there. I've been there. Easy, not
Uh,
easy.
you can say easy. You can say easy. I think.
Really? You
Yeah.
just you just ruined my reputation as a tough guy on social media.
Oh no, no. Say,
Yeah,
I would say you were a pretty easy uncle.
I didn't fuss or nothing like that.
You said
I didn't give you no guidance.
you said what?
I didn't give you any guidance.
You did. That don't mean that you had to be tough to give me guidance.
Okay, good. I was just making sure.
No,
You
you
know,
you gave me guidance. Always wanted
yeah.
somebody to go to church, represent the Lord. You
And
know.
what else?
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Always checking on me. Make sure school is good.
Yeah, I asked you
Make
that
sure
same
Bertha May
question.
okay.
Yeah, I asked you that same question 1,000 times. How's school?
Mm-hmm. You're almost done with school. What you gonna do after school?
And then it was the three P's. You remember that?
No.
Okay.
I,
We talked about prayer. I said when you pray, you got to be purposeful, yeah, and you got to be patient.
mm-hmm.
I said that all the time to y'all. Y'all would ask me stuff,
Definitely.
and then I'll steal your food and leave.
Mm,
No,
mm,
no, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. Well, yeah. Well, that's good. I feel good now. I did some good in somebody's life.
yeah, Laverne too.
Yeah. Well, I will. I will put her on the phone.
Here you go, man. Why you
Hey,
face like that?
yeah, huh?
Huh?
I can, I'm not on camera. I'm not on camera. You're just gonna see the icon. You're not gonna see my face. But you got to pull the camera down. Come back on camera, girl. Come on
I'll come
back.
back on camera when you're on camera.
Nah, I don't. I look rough. That's why I'm not on camera. See. Now come on back on camera. I'm not going on camera. I look rough and
Okay.
I'm weak. Come on, no, seriously. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Now you could talk about fatherhood. You grown now, so you've been around me since you were 3, and you're 32 now, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
you're shy now.
how old do you think I am?
You're 32. I know how old you are, girl. You're 32 years old.
32.
Yeah, I've been there since I was 3. I know all your ages. Yeah.
Actually, you since I was 2, but okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. Shoot. I guess I cheated myself a year all these years, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, go ahead. Tell your point of view. Was I good, bad, or just terrible?
Oh, you was terrible.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Go ahead and spill the beans. Go ahead.
No, you were hard. You were hard on me. Um, I didn't understand back then. You used to get on my nerves, but um, now that I'm older and raising my own kids, I understand you got to be tough in order for them to follow the right path.
Yeah. And I got mad at that prom dress.
Uh, well, oh
Remember?
well. I was grown.
Yeah. Yeah, grown as hell. You were still using my. You were still under my roof. Using my toilet paper. You weren't grown.
Well, it doesn't matter. I was still grown. I
And I
wasn't gonna
told you
show up
not to.
in no I wasn't gonna show up in no senior
No, no,
citizen
no.
gown.
Nah, you wasn't gonna show up in no senior citizen prom dress. But it was me, you, and
I
your
lied.
mom, and girl, you see that?
No.
I'm t- I'm talking to her live on air, and she decided to jump on camera. So what's up,
What?
Guido? What's up, Myron? That person you're looking at, that's my firstborn. That's my daughter.
Who is
We talk about
Byron?
fatherhood. That's some people in the chat. That's
Oh.
some people in the chat. Yeah. So
Why I
yeah,
don't see nobody in the chat?
because you can't see him while you talking to me, I
Oh.
guess. But as I was saying, we had gone to the mall. It was me, you, and your mom, and you were so hot for this dress. And I saw it. I'm like, when I saw the front, I was cool. But then I said, where the back of it? I said, yeah, man. I said that's an assed out dress. You can't get that. No.
No, it wasn't. It was just it was the
Yeah.
sides. It was the sides that was see through. That was it.
And the back, it had no back. It had very little on the back.
But it covered.
It
You
it
couldn't see through it.
it, it covered when you wore a jacket.
No,
Yeah.
you couldn't see through it. I'm tired. But go ahead.
I, I don't get that con. Oh, hold on a second. I don't get that con Sean Troy. He said that Troy, dug himself a hole by telling everyone her age online. Anyway, so it was that time, and then it was that one time when your damn auntie kept giving you them clothes that were obviously too tight, and I'm like, I'm just not having that. I'm not having that, man. Tierra,
Oh, that's not my aunt.
Move on. Move on. Shut up. Just go ahead and move on. We're not getting into that. We ain't getting into that. Go ahead and move on. But
Kamari
now that you
said, "Goofy,
move
don't
on,
mess up that time." Look what
tell, tell them to come here real quick.
Kamari. They want you on live.
Come here real quick.
Boy, get up.
Well, I think they might want to birth them next. Oh no!
Hey, look at her. She jumped off. What's up, Pop Pop?
What's up?
Yeah, man. You went to church today?
No.
Yes, we did.
In
Yeah,
the
you
house.
did. Yeah, boy, look like you on the.
On live.
Yeah, boy, looking like a junior deacon.
What is that?
That's a junior deacon. You're not a full-time deacon yet. You're just a part-time deacon.
What?
No, we can't miss.
Yeah. You gonna grow up to be a preacher?
Yeah.
You don't know
Maybe.
yet.
Maybe.
You don't know yet. You don't know yet, boy. But that's a
I'm
good
probably
thing.
gonna be a firefighter.
Well, that's even good.
Or
you got
in
safety.
the army.
Where?
You take me wherever state you moved.
You said you're gonna join the army.
What?
Did you say you was gonna join the army, Pop Pop?
Probably.
Nah, listen to
I'm gonna
me.
be in the army or a firefighter or a police officer.
Okay, well, listen to me. Join the Air Force, because if you join the army, if you join the Marines, you have to sleep outside.
You heard Granny? Granny said, "That's right, the Air Force."
Yeah, okay. Well, let me talk to Granny real quick.
Okay.
Take it. Don't show Granny. Granny wanna go.
Where is she?
I want to talk to you.
Hey, Miss Brookie. How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Yeah.
Son-in-law.
Yeah. I was telling your great grandson that it's better to be in the Air Force because y'all don't have to sleep outside.
That's true. There's a lot of things we didn't do.
I know. I know the Air Force is the closest thing to college.
Right.
Yeah. So I failed that test twice. That's why I didn't join.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I fell asleep and still passed the Army test.
That's good.
Well, Eva, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
All right. I'm gonna go back to Ren over there.
Okay. Love you.
All right. I love you too. All right, grandson. Take it back to your mom, grandson. Take it back to your mom. There she go. Okay, go ahead. You were, yeah, you were walking it down. You were walking it down and talking about your childhood coming up and fatherhood and all that.
I did. What do you mean? I was walking what down?
No, you were just saying that I was rough, but you never said rough how.
Oh, you want an example? What?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the them damn reports. Them reports that I had to read a book and write a damn report about it. And couldn't go to.
I hated that. Why he always want somebody to read a book before bed?
Before bed. Read it and then stand in front and present it. No. Bruh, I wanted to put a pillow over your say no. That was a complete
That's why I woke up tired in the morning. That's why I woke up tired in the morning. You try to suffocate me at night.
I ain't never tried to do that.
Yeah. What's up, Brooks?
I mean, if you think about it, that's what you gotta do when you get in college. I had to do that all the time when I was in college. Yep, preparation.
Yeah, and I used to talk a lot back then, but I was always trying to talk about something that made sense.
But I applied it because I know Kamari was getting oh.
No, don't talk about it.
Oh, he got a D on a reading reading test.
It was an F.
Oh, okay. An F.
He got an F.
Test. So I'm like, what? So I had to see what happened. Had contact teacher. Why is this? Yeah. What is this? Can I see? Can we see where the ball dropped so we can work on this?
Right.
And it was a reading test. It had the answers right there on the paper. It was just because it's like it gives you a short story, you read it, and then you answer the question multiple choice. So ended up finding out he wasn't fully reading it. He was skimming through and
You
just
skimming
picking
through
what he
things.
saw familiar. So he was failing the test because he wasn't actually
You try to
reading
half
what it
pass
was
it.
asking for. So I'm like, okay, read this book, and I want you to write me out a book report and then read it to me. And we're gonna do that every time you fail a reading test, because that's an open book test. That's 100% easy. All you
Yeah,
gotta do is read.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah,
he's gotten better since then, because the book
yeah,
report is serious.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You should never fail anything when it comes to English, because he still got, he still got the video I gave him, which is good for his brother now. You
Schoolhouse Rock.
know, huh?
You talking about Schoolhouse Rock?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Those are classics. They'll never get old.
Yeah, he got that, and y'all still got the Bible I gave y'all, right?
Yeah, he got one. He one he keep at school, and then he got the one at home for his homework.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, and I remember that I dragged y'all to the boxing gym a couple of times too. And I used to knock you around a little bit, but I wasn't trying to hurt you. I was just trying to teach you. I know, I know.
Knock who down? Me?
I said around. I said around.
Oh,
I wouldn't physically do that to you. No, I can't hurt you. So yeah.
I be trying to teach Kamari the game. I be trying to teach
Hmm.
Ghost the game. He don't be wanting to know.
Yeah,
Oh,
he don't like boxing.
he
Boxing's a
don't
little
like
different.
boxing.
It's a different thing, and then it was the
He's so
times where I have to go to these job interviews, and you would have to come along with me to the job interviews, sit in the lobby. Yeah, a couple of
well,
times I
good
had
thing
to
I'm
do that.
grown now, because you can't do stuff like that no more.
I can't work no more neither with this damn heart, but yeah, but yeah,
Kamari,
but I'm good though. But listen, I've always been proud of you, and you too, Kiesia. I've always been proud of y'all. Y'all, I always said that I wanted to raise y'all, not to say that I don't need no man, I don't need no man, but the first person you should look to for help is God and self. You should never really want to be out here and leaning on no man for help.
I ain't had no phone, so.
Amen. Amen. You hear
Right.
Bert? Amen.
I heard her, but that's why I was so hard on y'all because I saw what I,
Kiesia said
I
she
saw
didn't
what was
have no
gonna
father.
happen.
I don't have no
Well,
father.
she had Uncle Troy, because I didn't come around too much, but I did come around a lot. But yeah, but in your case, by the time you were 10 and 11, I used to tell your mother you have to get her some bigger clothes because just like you and all your aunties, she's gonna be overdeveloped, and you're gonna put me in a way where I could get arrested, and then Uncle Gerald you ain't gonna take that with you if he sees something happening. So he gonna get arrested, right? So
Who are you referring
I
to? I used to tell you gotta, because you've
I
been
used to tell
talking
your mother
to two
that.
people. Huh?
I used to tell your mother that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I used to tell her.
My mother. I
"You-
thought you were talking about Aunt Tari.
No, yo, no, 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 Kim. I used to tell your mother that. I'm like, look, she can't wear that. No, 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 no. So and then I'll come to school and stuff, and they would.
Oh yeah, because of the perverts,
Yes, yes, yes.
the
And I
R.
was hoping,
Kellys of the world.
yeah, I'd have to come to school and I'd walk you out of school and I'd make sure that I'm there after work and all that to pick y'all up and stuff like
Oh, can I
that.
taste a little bit? Let me taste a little bit of that.
I'm not eating nothing.
And funny enough, all the
I
cooking I
made
did and you never
Easter
caught
egg
on.
myself.
Did
Yeah, I
you
was
hear
a
what
whole
I
bunch,
said?
but you left it at home.
Huh?
Did,
Look
did you
at
hear what I said?
Kamari. I just put it in the Easter basket.
Wow, 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 wow. But did you hear what I said about the cooking?
What?
Yeah, I used to cook all the time, but you never picked it up. You just ate.
Whatever, Troy.
You still cook cornbread, right?
Yep.
I can't
I
make
put
no
a I
cornbread.
put a spin on it too.
What you put in there, honey?
I can't reveal my secrets,
Yeah, okay.
but it's
I guess you
amazing.
learned how to turn the stove down. That's about it, right?
No, I actually have to cook for my meal prep. This is actually nasty. I gotta go. I'm hungry.
Well, I tell you what, go some go to this place here and get some food. If it's open, Chipotle.
We going to dinner. Stacy.
Where?
Stacy.
Okay, at her house.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
hmm
she cook?
They cooked a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm getting a bowl of chitlins.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, can you bring me some food?
You can have that.
A chicken?
Nope. If they didn't,
Why not?
it's not.
Shitterlands.
I said chitlins.
Oh no, no, I don't eat no chitlins. No,
Uh,
no. First of all, they stink. I'm not eating no stinking food.
That means somebody ain't clean them right.
And look,
Let
look.
me try some.
No, 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 no. I'm not eating. I'm not eating no chitlins. I know she got chicken at her house.
Huh?
Chicken.
Do you hear me?
Oh yeah, she'll have chicken and fish.
Do you hear me?
What?
Yeah.
Are you gonna come pick it up?
Because I'm going to be here.
We'll come
I
in.
don't have to. I don't drive anymore. Remember my van broke down?
Okay.
That's why.
Make me play because by the time I get there, it's going to be all gone.
It's never all gone.
No.
It's always a lot of food.
Listen.
And on top of that, why should I drive all the way over there? When you going over there?
Can you hear me?
Y'all irky.
But do you hear me?
Huh?
I say y'all irky.
Tomorrow. Listen, okay?
All right. Well, look.
Well, when is
Look.
the next time? Your next, I think we need to discuss a topic. The next time we come on.
Well, why don't you just put it out there, and I'll see what I'll go ahead. What topic you want to talk about? You the boss now. Yeah, because you oldest. You the oldest now, so you the boss. Go ahead.
I don't know.
I'm in charge, but you the boss.
Like shit.
I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna say
the nasty food that your mother
I'm gonna say maybe we should do something on mental health.
Mom, what is shitlins?
I don't know nothing about that. I mean, I just have your three brothers. I don't know nothing about that.
Well, you could just explain. I guess
you didn't
recognize when somebody's having a mental breakthrough.
You didn't get what I said?
To and ways.
That's what your mother
you didn't get what I said, did you?
Oh, I didn't.
I said I don't know nothing about mental health. I just have your three brothers as examples.
Hey, you don't know nothing about what? You know what shitlins are?
Don't say it like that no more. It's cussing. Don't say that. Don't say it like that no more.
Yeah. Well, okay. You want to do mental health? What about it? Because that's just like fatherhood. That's a lot of layers.
No, I just said recognizing when somebody is having a mental breakdown and ways to help them get through that. If not help them, ways to point them in the right direction to get help.
Hold on a second. Myron, why don't you jump on here, man, and just ask her a question? The link, I'll go ahead and send the link out again. You jump on, and you could ask your question.
I don't know beans and I don't know
and go from there.
It actually started getting good.
What did you give me? Oops.
The cotton
Yeah, that's too much damn sugar.
Mom, you gotta be there at 2.
Oh, we gotta go. We got 10 minutes. The food about to drop.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right, well y'all have a good. Wait a second, but y'all gotta drive there.
Y'all's for the Easter egg hunt.
Right?
Yeah, we driving.
Yeah, so you can take me on the phone. You'll be all right.
Let me see. Oh, y'all got your pictures? Hello, ugly soul. Let me see which one I want.
There you go. There you go, Myron. Now you can jump on and just ask a question.
I think I'll take this one.
Myron kind of reminds me of Sean.
I need one.
You remember Sean, right?
Where you meet him at? How can I forget Sean?
Only on social media, No, but he lives in DC. I don't know him outside of social media. I don't know.
Is that the one that got the clothes? I mean, that do the clothes?
That's the one you punched in the ribs. Damon does
I
the
didn't punch
clothing.
nobody.
When you were 9 years old, Damon used to come to the house all the time. Damon Jones,
I don't know who that
and
is.
he was playing with you, telling you that yeah. You know, she a girl, she can't box, and I told you to go ahead and punch him in the ribs, and he went home after that.
Um,
Yeah, because you were too damn heavy handed,
still,
even at 9 years old.
still am.
Just like that time you caught me once and you knocked my glasses off my face, and I told you playtime is over.
No comment.
Yeah, oh, yeah, exactly. I wasn't playing with you after that. I was gonna hit you. I was gonna push you around a little harder then. You ain't gonna knock my damn glasses off of me.
No comment.
Yeah.
Well, how y'all gonna leave when you say
It said that where is it? Troy is raising independent masculine women. That's why it's so hard for these ladies to get husbands. Broad, they are taught to not need from a Marin, that is absolutely not how I raised her. That's why I want you to come on and speak your piece. That is absolutely not how she was raised, Myron.
Whoa, what'd he say? What'd he say?
No, no. He got it wrong. You know, he was thinking that I told you that I raised you like, you know, you don't need no man, you don't need no man. No, I just raised you to be
Oh,
strong enough to look to God and self first.
absolutely, but that's with any situation. Um,
Yeah.
any woman can become submissive if there's a guy that presents himself um, that she can trust to lead her. But if not, that was I think that was a sexist statement, in my opinion.
Well, no, you know, he has the link. Myron's cool,
I,
so he has the link. If he want to jump on here, you know, he
hey,
can
can
jump off
you
here if he wants to. Yeah.
go
And your phone breaking up.
I
It,
guess not needing a man makes you. What did he say? You raise masculine women because they
okay. Let me scroll back up here. Troy raising independent masculine women. That's why it's so hard for these ladies to get a husband. It- yeah, you have a bad signal when you're outside.
it's crazy.
my mother said this is for Kaden. You know he like dinosaurs.
Oh
Oh yeah, he
gosh,
said he going to brunch.
but they can grow in her sink.
No, they don't want to say.
Ah,
Yeah, but he said he going to brunch anyway,
here,
which means
That's
which means
her
he's running
phone.
away.
That's her
You should
phone.
drink some.
no, I'm
You
on her
should
take a
drink some
picture.
more water too. You know
Oh,
what's up with all the bumps,
I'm
huh?
about to go. Yeah, put that
Did
in
you hear
there.
what I said?
Stop leaning on the car.
Okay,
Your
well,
whole
hey,
butt, the dirt from the pollen is on your
Ren,
pants.
that's
Ren.
a cat
That's the
anyway.
chocolate lake. Oh,
They go
it's
Myron.
dirty. Huh?
They go Myron right there.
T R E
Nike could
S
ask
R
him what he meant. Hey, Myron.
Boxing Life
Hey,
United. He said that
The-
Troy is raising
he's
women
see,
to
I
be
was saying myself.
masculine and
Let
not
me
need
say
a
it
man,
myself.
which is why they don't ever get
Ren,
married.
Ren, 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 Ren,
Oh, your lashes
Ren.
look good. Look natural.
Oh my God, Ren.
I put a little bit of what you call it on mine.
Go ahead and talk, Myron, because she just gonna keep talking to her cousin.
No, it was written. I wrote it quite clear.
Ren, Ren. I don't know if she on mute or not. No, she not on mute. No, but go ahead and talk, Myron. Go ahead.
Nah, is there a delay?
Yes, but go ahead. Go ahead.
No, that's what I meant. It was pretty straight cut and clear. I mean, a lot of women think there's thousands of women millions of young girls who was raised that way.
Kamari, come here.
I didn't. I just got what you said. The last word. I didn't hear what you said at first because the connection was bad. Can you repeat that?
Did you hear that, Myron?
Don't touch the car. It's dirty.
She only got the last word. She said it because it was a delay.
Because I'm on live.
Sit down behind you or something.
My bad. I had to cut off the back. Cut you off on the other link.
Okay, well, go ahead and say that again. Now you sound
No,
good.
I said we raised the independent women like that with that mentality for the young ladies from a young age. And Troy, here's the thing. You're not the only male who says that. I've run into hundreds of men who have the same ideology.
Huh?
You feel me? There's hundreds of young men, hundreds of grown men who raise daughters with the same thing you said, I'm gonna raise you where she don't need a man. Well, that mentality seeps into the child and the daughter, and then they grow up with that type of mentality, and it's counterproductive to them finding a husband because they have the independent mindset. Our world is going through that right now.
Okay, Ren, you heard that, right?
The statistics prove it, so it's not a lie. And so it's just and she just said it. I mean, a woman can be submissive. A woman's supposed to be born submissive to the man. So if they're thinking it has to be a particular man, and if you talk about God, and if y'all Christians, you go on to Easter, if you all, I mean, I was a junior deacon, so you said that was to the young boy. I was a junior deacon, and we was raised God over Christ, Christ over man, man over woman, woman over children. So if that is the case, but if women thinking, well, man, he is strong enough, then only 1 out of 4 ladies, if you take the baby boomers, only 1 out of 4 ladies getting married. Of this generation.
I don't think
it's not a thing. These are statistics.
I don't think that marriage, I mean, that's fine. That's my opinion. I don't have to get married. That's not something that I have to do. And I won't settle because a lot of that sounds like you're settling. You're supposed to accept.
But I understand, but you did settle if you have a child before marriage.
Say that again?
If you have a child before marriage, we already settled.
No. That doesn't mean, are you saying that I'm subject to being with that person that I had a child with?
No, what I'm saying is if you saying, no, here's the thing. If you're saying, if we're, okay, and this is, I'm referring to males and females in a sense. But on the male side of it, because I'm hard on men, hard on females, I got a YouTube channel to talk about this. If a female says, well, if I find it to the right man, okay, when I run into the right man that I trust and everything, I could be submissive to him. Well, it sounds absolutely delusional, but you're submissive. It sounds delusional because if you're willing to receive a child for him, how are you not going to be willing to receive direction? Well, so it's like you jump. So it's like we jump. Hold up, let me finish. It's like you jump 1, 2, and 3, and we're straight to 5, 6, 7.
That's when a child is planned. That's when your statement when you plan a child. If you meet somebody and you say,
no. Most of our children are unplanned, though.
Okay, so we don't have control over that.
You do. You control who birth. You control who's born because you have the womb. So you're control women control who's born in this world. And it's far too many forms of birth control. So if any woman getting pregnant, it's because they wanted to.
Oh. Is this Keyshawn? It's good to hear your perspective, but that's not true.
But no, these are facts, though. It's you got IUDs, you got condoms, you got Plan B pills, you got birth control pills, it's too many forms. So I don't mean this, and I'm not saying it's malicious, it's just my observation of life and looking at the situation. How can it's like we go to here to a child where certain things should be already settled with the man that you're going to have a child with. So how we jump to, again, 4, 5, 6, when we already, from before getting 1, 2, and 3. We're out of order, a lot of us. Our world, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. But it doesn't, because the world is what it is, you can't think that life is going to be by the book. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sometimes you jump to 5 and then you work your way back up. That's how life works. It's no written statement for it. Nobody's supposed to be the same. Everybody's supposed to do this. That's not true. And if you live like that, you'll be miserable forever.
No, but facts, but statistics show there is traditional formulas that work better than what we're doing today.
I mean, statistics are statistics, but everybody has their own life. There's certain things that work for certain people.
Facts. I mean,
that.
yeah, facts. I 100% agree. We have our own life.
Something that might work for this person may not work for the next person. And that's just how life goes.
But when it comes to a child, there's only thing is best. The child don't ask to come here, so it's whatever best works for that child to make their ceiling highest, where they could be better than what we are. And that's not single parenthood. We know that. It's overwhelming facts.
I'm not saying.
We talking about marriage.
We're talking about families. Honestly, we're talking about really families. Marriage is about family. Children is about family. We're talking about all of it.
A man. Yeah, I don't know what he talking about.
How we supposed to make it to that
this point?
Still here? Yeah, ain't on time.
It's common sense, though.
We're still
y'all know it. But hey, Troy, I'm gone though. I'm getting out of here. I gotta get this guy.
Right. You know, we got to tune back in and have a deeper conversation because I come from I come from a mother that wasn't married, and she comes from a mother that wasn't married. I'm talking about my mother, and then you know, most of my family comes from parents that weren't married.
Yes, my great-grandfather was my grandmother, my mother's mother. My grandmother had my mom at 14, but I see also the trauma that was passed down. I see the conditions they was raised. She had 5 kids out of
trauma is passed down in marriage in marriage too, Myron.
Huh?
Yes, it is. When you try to
trauma is passed down in marriage too.
Yeah, but far less. Statistics prove far less.
I don't listen. I don't go by numbers.
Doing all this stuff. Guess
I don't know why. Numbers are universal, Troy.
Mama and daddy.
Now when it comes to real life.
Married and they out here blowing up and shooting at schools. That don't mean nothing. You ain't gonna tell me.
But if you're using just some anecdotal one out of a million examples you can't use little examples to explain the whole.
Nothing. Check the statistics.
If you go by the numbers, Myron, listen, Myron.
Show that kids from unified households, mother and father, do much better.
That's absolutely not
overwhelmingly. 70%.
That's not true either.
Yes, it is. You just don't want it to be true.
No, it's not, Myron. No, it's not.
Okay. Well, I'm out of here. Yeah, go look it up. You can see it.
By the numbers.
Drop the numbers.
They're emotionally better.
No, Myron, listen, going by the stats, Myron, I should be dead, Myron.
Sorry.
No, listen,
it is.
Seriously.
Yeah, I know it is.
Seriously. No, but Myron, going by the stats, I should be dead. Seriously, but I'm still here.
No, that's called by God, dude. So stop bringing that.
That's how I view life. That's how I view life. Now, I'm not a Christian or anything like that. I have faith. I have faith, man. I don't go by numbers when it comes to life and love and how I view things like that. I can't do it. I cannot do that.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because we already done went against. Because the numbers don't work for us. So it's natural, even for myself. So it's natural, it's not to want to take the numbers out of it, because it doesn't make us feel good, because we know we're going against the grain, and we don't like to take accountability and responsibility for our actions sometimes when it's negative, like we like to do when it's positive. That's human nature and behavior. It's like the mother, the guy in the college, it's just like, okay, if LeBron James turned out to be a bust, they'd be quick to blame the father. But LeBron James is a major success, so they say, look, that's a great mother. They wouldn't go that other way. It's not double standard with that, unfortunately, because we are the men. We are first, and we have to take accountability, responsibility for everything underneath us, and that's the women and children. So we can't say, well, damn, it's a problem the father wasn't there that fucked up the ceiling of that young boy. And it was too much pressure is built for shoulders, not hips. So that's just reality. So you got 2 individuals, a man and a woman, that I was an unplanned child. So they let lust get the better of them, was neglectful, and didn't have a plan for a young kid coming up. So now that kid got to find their way dealing with an imbalanced household. And there are millions of us around the world, boys and females, who come up in a situation. And then, we keep repeating the cycle over and over. And that's why sometimes we like a gerbil in a cage running in the same place. So I'm just saying that we're not perfect. All I'm trying to say, and we need to point out and just be honest with ourselves. I'm 47 years old. Troy, you got about 15 on me. We have to just be honest with ourselves.
I got 4 on you, Bama. Four, but keep talking.
Okay. So we be honest with ourselves as adults. Is like, okay, there's some things that we followed the propaganda in our time that wasn't right for us in that situation, or we just fell on what was even pushed over TV. Behavioral icons and women and men, pimps for the guys, and Cleopatra Jones and all that for the women, and they keep doing the same shit to a generation. Then became Diana Ross, became Billy D. Williams. Then it became Little Kim to Nicki Minaj. It became from
Myron.
I don't know where this is going.
No, I'm saying we don't. Our people have followed a lot of bad examples.
Okay.
And just admit it. We have to be adults, admit to it that we made some bad decisions off of just being gullible.
Let me tell you some facts. I had to rush to the hospital one day when my son was still in his mom's womb because the cord had rushed, had wrapped around his throat, right?
Right.
And the doctor told me, he did an X-ray. Half his head was deflated. Half his head was deflated like a basketball. This is before he was born. He was still in the room. And the doctor told me that he was going to die. I got a second opinion. That doctor told me he was going to die. Third opinion. That doctor told me he was going to die. You know what I said to all 3 of them? You can keep your stats, man, because I got my faith. He's going to be all right. He's 20 now. He's 6 and he's 20. And he's going to be fine.
But that's something different. That's on a family practice. Doctors are practitioners. So they don't know what is.
They told me.
So where do your stats come from?
Excuse me?
I said, so where do your stats come? Who developed those stats that you're following? If you don't, doctors and nurse practitioner, nursing.
She's a nurse.
Who developed those stats? The stats on the U.S. United States Census and the CDC reports.
Come up with a hypothesis, and then you do research to come up with statistics. So if you're following somebody else's statistics, and then you're saying medical doctors and nurse practitioners is nothing, what they're saying don't matter, then I don't know what you're following.
Her name is Ren.
But Ms. Pittman, everything I'm saying, everything I'm talking about, we see it every day. Go out to a club, go out to a restaurant, whatever, and you're going to see a table of 10 women and probably 2 men. There are no wives. There are no husbands.
Doing doesn't mean anything.
No, we see it every day in our lives, is what I'm saying.
I don't care.
You know it, and we all know it. We see the statistics every day.
If they happy, I'm happy. You don't have to be like everybody else. What makes you happy is what you need to be like. That's it.
I hear you. But I don't, and that's 100% true. But some of that happy is just also just like a defense mechanism that don't want to be.
It's people that's married that's not living their truth. So you got men that's married.
Oh shit! She said their truth. Oh Lord.
Yeah, it's men that's married and raising their family and out here with other men.
Your daughter's a my truth, your truth. One of those, right? Oh hell! There you go.
Hold on. It's men out here raising
their
family.
Truth.
The ones you want.
There's only one truth.
Picture perfect family, but out here sleeping with other men. And guess what? When them find out later, that's more damaging than anything. But that's people that staying together, be like everybody else in the world, right?
Hun, when you say your truth and their truth crap is, you can. I mean, I don't want that little game of those little examples. I'm talking about the overall numbers of how we look, and nothing can like debate that.
And we see that happening all the time now.
What?
Or how about people that's battling? They're staying together for the sake of the kids, but then they're unhappy their entire life. And then when the kids get to middle school, high school, then now they realize they want to take a step and do something for them, and then they leave the.
Well, that's because you got two people. You got one person on the truth. You got another person saying, well, my truth is something different. And that's what causes them to split up. So it's two different truths. But it's really only true one universal truth with family. She has a bad connection. But hey, Troy, I'm gonna disconnect.
That's insane. I ain't never had no crap like. I tried to eat.
I'm shit,
Cause I
Listen,
don't
go
know what
ahead.
that man was talking about.
He done got.
Where his cocoa? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, bitch, I've been told you in my phone.
All
All right,
right,
we gotta
you
go.
hey, listen, go ahead and
I'll be there, but your aunt talking about
Oh no, we
yeah,
still
go
on
ahead
that.
and because I'm about to end it right now, so I get some rest. Yeah, Kieja, go ahead and get some food. Enjoy yourself. Hopefully, you could bring me something, right? Because I'm not leaving the house and I don't want to order nothing. So, then you jumped off the damn live while I'm asking you to bring me some food. This heifer hell. But anyway, there it is, y'all. There it is. As I always say about this show, you know, TGE, aka the Troy Graham Experience. Please say the experience. Please say the experience. You know, you never know what you're gonna get. It start off walking down the middle of the road, and then it goes to the left, it goes to the right, but it keeps going all the way, and it takes you on a journey. That is why I call it the experience, because I didn't plan on getting her today on air and all of that. I didn't plan on seeing her, my grandson. That was her grandmother you saw me talking to. And then the youngest one is my niece, right? So I didn't plan on seeing all of them. Listen, I come from a so-called broken home myself. You know what I'm saying? So this whole thing about, when you married, the kids turn out better. Not always true. Not always true. Everybody experiences does something different to them. Some people take pain and they internalize it and they just want to give it back to the world. Some people turn pain into laughter, a la Robin Williams and one of the greatest comedians ever, Robin Williams. Right? What's up, D Ray Promotions, man? You got to go back and watch the show show from the beginning, man. My daughter was on here, my niece, my grandson, and just talking about fatherhood and all that, man. So what I'm saying is, some just because you're married, you have a home where your mother and your father's there. It doesn't naturally mean you turn out to be the better person. It really doesn't. You know, it's all in how you handle things. Because a lot of times, if you're married, you work so hard at giving your children everything that you never had, that you take away that edge that they need. And when you come from a single parent house, sometimes they don't have all the resources to give you everything. So you have to have that edge. But what they do give you is just this abundance of love. But you have the love and now you have the edge and you got to push. It makes you want to push. You understand what I'm saying? It makes you push. That's why Dave Chappelle could make jokes about Juicy Smollett, and I'll kick you in the pussy at the same time. So Joe, there's an edge there. There's a damn edge there. Like when you watch the great one, like Pryor, I watched him do a joke uh, on the mafia, and he was saying that he bust in there with a cap gun to get his money. Give me that money, give me that money, give me that money. And the dude Carmine just stood there laughing at him, and he paid everybody and kept him. Then he started telling him about these killing stories and all that. And at the end of all that, he said Carmine was like, "What's up, Richie? You don't look too good, Richie. What do you want to ride home?" So think about that. Most of that would have scared most people off, but he came back to work the next day. You know, That's that edge you have to have, and I'm not saying you can't have the edge and come from a two parent home. I'm just saying that in most cases, when you come from a single parent home, which is not even mother and father, sometimes it could be uncle, grandmother, older brother, older cousin, auntie, whatever the case may be, grandpa. You know you have to keep that edge because you've got to get us up out of here, and that's a burden. But you know you got to do it. Perfect example. Uh, Shannon Sharp and Sterling Sharp. They knew from a young age that they had the skills to get their family up out of there, and they did. You understand me? They did. So those are things I think about. I think both of you, Myron, you could lose me with the stats and the numbers when it comes to affairs of the heart and faith, because I'm not going to listen to you at all. I simply tune out because that's not how I view. My reality is this: when it comes to love, faith, and real life, I don't give a damn about numbers because in my case, I should be dead and I should be a failure and I should be a whole lot of things because I came up with my grandmother. Not my mother and father, but my grandmother. My uncle was a crackhead. So basically, what am I going to be, Myron? I'm going to be a drug addict or a drug dealer. I've never sold drugs. I've never taken drugs. I've never been high or drunk my whole life. Bless his name. Ever. And I will go to the grave that way. Ever. Right? So those stats don't apply to me. And the reality of life is I never taught these kids coming up about stats. I told them push. My thing was you have to have a purpose, you got to push on through, damn it. That's what I taught her as. Just push. Well, I told her at a young age, at the age of 11, is your time now. You either gonna fly or you're gonna fail. I'm not here to hold your damn hand. You're 11 years old. I'm gonna push you out of the nest now, just like the birds do in nature. I will push you out the nest. You understand me? Her mother was the nurturer. Me, I was a little, somewhat of a hammer, but I was a compassionate hammer, and I was a protector as much as I could be. So yeah, and I'm proud of her, proud of her brothers. We work, but they're a work in progress, baby. Maybe I get one of them to come on one day, and when we do a fatherhood part two or something. But look, thank you all for coming out and sharing it. And D Ray, man, you got to watch that playback because Myron and my daughter here was having a good back and forth with it, even though I kept jumping in. But that's because it was her. She'll need my protection. Trust me, she don't. So you know, I uh I enjoyed the back and forth. Which is why I went on mute. I went on mute. I mean, she don't need my damn. I just want to see how she would react. Sure enough, she reacted the way I thought she was going to react. So there y'all have it. Y'all got to meet one of my children. Maybe you'll get to meet the other three one day. Now, if you ever meet my other son, I told you about the middle one. If he's good, but he ain't gonna stay calm like his sister too much. You can push it. I'm telling you, you he interprets things how he does, and if you push his buttons, he's gonna come for you. He's gonna come for you. He wanted to get at Nesta. Nesta Gibbs. He wanted to get at Nesta a couple of times because he would listen to the show with me. And he'd be like, "Dad, why you let this dude get away with so much disrespect?" Because back then, Nesta was very loose with his mouth, very loose, very loose. And I told him, "I come to Jersey and spar you. It's cool. I mean, I can only do like 1 or 2 minute rounds with your ass." And he's like, "Nah, I'll take your place in that ring." But he never got on the phone and said that. He was sitting right there. So basically, I was just gonna pop up to Jersey where Nest trained, and I've told Nest the story. And I was gonna be like, "Look, I can't do it. I can't spar you today, but my son is right here. You 6'5", he's 6'6". Go ahead." and then whatever come from there, come from there. But that's the type of human being that my son is. He's like, Dad, I can't take too much. This dude and his disrespect. If you don't go up there, then I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna take my brothers and my cousin, and I'm gonna take Uncle Gerald. I said, no, you ain't. No, you ain't taking Uncle Gerald. Uncle Gerald's 6'6", 275 pounds. He's not for all that. He's not. No, 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 no. So, so no, that ain't gonna happen. So that never happened. Thank goodness. And because he was serious about it. He's like, he got one more time to call you for your pussy, call you this or that, daddy, and I will go up there myself. Uh, I'll get cousin to drive up there. It'll just be me, him, and Unc. I'm like, you don't take your uncle nowhere, nowhere, because the man, he's a loving dude, man, but he love his family hard. So all it takes is a little spark, and then come the fire that no one can put out. But thank y'all for coming out, man. Let me say the names real quick. Get up out of here before. Oh, by the way, let me say hypothetically before I incriminate people. Hypothetically. So, Con Shonnery, big up yourself. Major Key, big up yourself. Oh, I think you're moderated now, babe. I don't know how to tell. Uh, D Ray Productions, big up yourself. Myron, Boxing Logics, just Myron, damn it. I'm gonna get to your name in a little bit, Myron. Big up yourself. Boxing Logics United. You know what? BLU. How about that? Big up yourself. Bruce, Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. That's a smooth ass show, by the way. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. You know? I could have swore I saw someone else stop up in here. Boxing Lounge. You was up in here? Big up yourself. March, big up yourself. Respect. D Ray. Watch the playback, my boy. Watch the playback. Big up yourself. All right. And the firstborn here, big up yourself. What? Con Shanry thinks same sex parenting is ideal. Oh, that's a subject for another day. I have views that are logical and an idea for any time. That's how we're supposed. Okay. I don't. No. 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 Don't do the same sex thing. But anyway, bless up yourself, man. Thank y'all for giving me the one of the most precious things you have in this life. The precious. It's called time, baby. Time. You know. So thank you again. I'm gonna go chill out now and get some sleep. I'll probably order some Chipotle, add it to the soup that I have here, and call it a day. Bless up yourself. One love.